All black jerseys, over 40,000 fans, and Friday night lights? What more could Stanford want to come home to? Plus, a full report on all the WCAL games that took place this weekend. Let's get sports focused. Let's see how it all went down in the second week of WCAL action. St. Francis snapped a 9-game losing streak to the Mini Monarchs Friday night. Running back Devin Hurtado led the Lancers with 22 carries, 189 yards, and 2 touchdowns, including the 77-yard touchdown run on the Lancers' first possession. The Monarchs did have an opportunity to win the game in the closing seconds, but the 48-yard field goal attempt was not even close. Final score, 15-14. Next up for St. Francis will be the Sarah Padres. Speaking of the Pods, the long-anticipated debut of Sarah's transfer QB Hunter Bishop finally emerged in the rivalry game against St. Ignatius. The former St. Francis Lancer had his first varsity start as a Padre, completing 6 of 15 passes for 42 yards. But the headline belonged to former QB Lecky Nunn, now at running back, and he lit up the field. 16 carries, 207 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Can you say move, Wildcats, get out the way? His 75-yard run in the fourth gave Sarah a 12-point lead. Final score, Sarah 32, St. Ignatius 20. WCAL rivals Sacred Heart Cathedral and Reardon played in this week's GOW, but more importantly, the Nick Stanfield Trophy. Junior running back Ramon Sanders was named the game's MVP for a reason. 34 carries, 157 yards, and both of the Crusader touchdowns. Senior defensive back Jake Cochran was the playmaker of the game with his interception in the fourth to seal the deal for the Crusader Nation. Final score, 14-7. The Crusaders will play the War Boys at home this Saturday. Speaking of the War Boys, BC's back in the winning column after destroying the Bellarmine Bells 42-17. Week 2 GOW MVP Kirk Johnson did his thing once again with 24 carries, 226 yards, and 3 touchdowns. The Bells may be averaging 35 points per game, but the Warriors defense said not in our house and put the Bells on lockdown, holding them to 7 points through the first 3 quarters. Bellarmine, with their first loss of the season, are now 4-1 overall, 1-1 in the WCAL, and will face off against 3-2 SHC Friday night. Now on to some college ball. Number 25 Stanford slowed down Connor Halliday and the air raid offense in a 34-17 victory over Washington State. Quarterback Kevin Hogan completed 23 of 35 passes, 284 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Redshirt freshman tight ends Greg Tabata and Eric Cotton grabbed their first career scores, combining for 3 of Stanford's 4 touchdowns. The party doesn't start until Stanford's defense is in the house. The Cardinal defense held Cougar quarterback Halliday, who broke the NCAA passing record last week, to a season low of 292 yards. But as the Cardinal prepare to take on ASU for a rematch in last year's Pac-12 title game, one key playmaker will be out of commission. With 8:20 left in the game, wide receiver Devin Kajus was helped off the field after suffering what appeared to be a concussion. Kajus got rocked after colliding with cornerback Pat Porter in the end zone. 24 hours later, Kajus tweeted, "I just wanted to inform you all that I'm all right." On Tuesday's press conference, head coach David Shaw confirmed that the junior wide receiver will be out for Saturday's road game against 4-1 Arizona State. Jared Goff and the Golden Bears didn't throw the game away, they fumbled it against the Washington Huskies on Saturday. The Bears were within inches of scoring the first touchdown of the game. Washington linebacker Shaq Thompson snagged Goff's fumble on the goal line and ran it all the way back for a 100-yard fumble return, the longest in UW's school history, giving the Huskies an early lead. Thompson, a Sacramento native and former Top Cal recruit, had a game-high of 11 tackles and was named Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Week for the second time this season. The Huskies held Cal to 7 points, forced 5 fumbles, recovering 3 of them, while scoring 17 of their 31 points off Golden Bear turnovers. With a 31-7 loss, Cal now drops to 4-2. Adding insult to injury, Cal's leading tackler, safety Griffin Piet, will be out the rest of the season with an undisclosed knee injury. The timing couldn't have been worse with the UCLA Bruins coming to town this weekend. Liking what you see? Check us out online, like us on Facebook, and be sure to follow the GSF team on Twitter and Instagram for game updates. I'm Courtney Ponce, and this is GSF Weekly.